Listen, we fell in love with you a long time ago. Miss Robin Givens, how are you?
I'm doing well. I'm excited. It's so funny because I was feeling a little tired today, right? And I've been running around.
Of course.
Talking about ambition.
Series premiere.
That's right.
Yes.
And I just realized being here that it was probably we started shooting in November. So it's been a long time. It's like being pregnant.
Yeah. And here it is. Your baby was delivered.
Yeah, and the baby was delivered last night. And then finally, no wonder you're like, oh,
here it is.
I have a baby.
You made it.
Yeah.
This is great. Yeah. I'm happy for you. So let's talk about this. The premiere, Ambitions, aired on OWN. Congratulations.
Yes, thank you.
Were you watching? Were you there? Just
well, I've been doing press, right? So I've had all of this stuff to do, and I've seen it. I was at a screening at the ABFF, so I've seen it. I've seen it with an audience, which was really nice.
Okay.
So I was actually in Times Square. I'm learning to live Instagram all of this stuff.
Yes.
Are you proud of me?
Yes, I am. I love it.
So I was actually, when the premiere started, in Times Square. It was like New Year's Eve or something, doing live tweeting, telling the world to watch. Are you watching? Is it a commercial break? Walking back to my hotel to then watch. But it was something nice about actually seeing it on television, with the rest of the world watching. It was cool.
Were you watching it, or were you watching other people's reactions?
No. So I was by myself. So by the time I walked back to the hotel, I was just sitting on my bed, taking off my makeup, my legs crossed, in my little PJs, washing my, taking the stuff off, and watching the scenes.
But knowing that everyone's watching with you.
Yeah, there was something to
There's a different connection now with social media, and it allows you to be more personable.
Well,
that's just what it is.
You know what? It allows people to get to know you.
Right.
I mean, and I'm sure there are many downsides that the world talks about, but I think I understand the upside. There's something to the world knowing you, right?
From directly you.
Yeah, I was talking to somebody from Brazil, and somebody answered, because you can say talk to me. Look at me. This is me. I don't really know how to do it. I have people helping me talk to me.
I love it.
And then there was some guy that answered, so there he's on screen.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, he doesn't even speak English.
It's a beautiful connection.
It's really cool. Yeah.
How did you like it? So playing Stephanie Lancaster, an attorney.
I love her.
Okay, so tell us the premise a little bit more about it.
So it's these 4 different families that sort of collide in Atlanta. Lawyers, very, very powerful people.
Right.
Will Packer, it's his show, right? He produces the show. So always says that it's powerful people behaving badly. So you have my character, Stephanie Lancaster, from a very old established family in Atlanta. She wants to take over her father's law firm, and she feels that he's not giving it to her because she's a woman. So she's fighting him for that. But then,
oh boy,
here we go, right?
Hey, wait, hold right here because I want to make sure.
Okay. She's got her sorority sister from back in the day, Amara Hughes, played by Essence Atkins, that she went to school with. Good friends. They're like this.
Right.
She's got a boyfriend that she's in love with. See, there you go. You can feel it in the air.
Yeah, we already know.
They break up. And what happens? My good friend gets together with my man.
No.
And what else happens? She gets pregnant.
No.
And what else happens? He's a good guy, so he marries her. So now they're having problems.
Is he a good guy?
Well, there you go. That's a question. So then they're having problems in their relationship. They decide to move to Atlanta to work things out. So now he and I are back together again. Just not back together in terms of relationship, but dealing with each other.
Right.
She and I are forced to deal with each other. I'm just mad.
Okay.
25 years later.
Right.
And determined to get her for all of her wrongs and him for his wrongs.
Right.
And all hell breaks. Can you say hell?
Yes.
All hell breaks loose, and it's fabulous. And my character's delicious. She's so naughty.
Yeah.
She's so terrible. But she does things that you wish you could do.
What are some similarities and differences with the character that you play and you?
Oh, so many. I mean, my characters have a different rhythm than I'm a little goofy. My son always says that to me. You're a little goofy, Mom, which is true. He's sweet. He means it in the best possible way. But I have more of a this energy, and they have more of a this energy.
Yeah.
I always want to say I want to grow up and be them one day. I don't think that's going to happen. They're usually smart women. I think I'm a smart woman. I was saying today, I was talking to somebody and something occurred to me. I feel, for instance, with Stephanie Lancaster, who I'm in love with and playing, and she's in me right now. I feel Robin is more evolved than she is, not smarter, but more evolved in terms of what is important in life.
Experience, wisdom,
but
right?
Yeah, but I don't know if Stephanie will ever get there. You know,
right?
She just really is truly ambitious and wants what she wants and wants power and wants revenge.
Right.
I don't have any of that. You know, I just want peace. I want to do my yoga. I want to,
Yeah.
And I want everybody to be
Ever
happy.
in your career, you've never felt, God, my career, whether it's like I want to do this, or I feel slighted. I felt like I got slept on. Or do you feel like everything's happened the way it was supposed to happen?
Yeah. I never felt slept on or anything. No. Yeah. No. I always, early in my career, didn't understand any of this part of it.
Right.
Like this, where you talk to people. I just loved acting. I started very young. I mean, like when I was like 10, I loved acting as a craft and still do.
Right.
So I never understood like that maybe people take pictures of you when you walk down the street and go through your garbage and say things about you that aren't
have
true.
they gone through your garbage? Please
heck.
don't tell me.
Oh, heck yeah. And you have to go, like all kinds of, so I didn't understand that part of it.
That's scary and creepy.
Yeah, but I just loved acting. So it's nice to kind of be in a place where I can just do the work.
Right.
Yeah.
Out of all the roles that you've done.
Yeah.
Which one would you say is your top 2 favorite? Because I won't limit it to one. But was there one that you just like?
Well, I love Rage in Harlem.
Okay.
I mean, I love Emma Bell. I mean, Emma Bell for me, I grew up watching old
Yeah.
Hollywood movies. Betty Davis,
Yeah.
Lena Horne, Rita Hayworth, Lauren Bacall.
Right.
Elizabeth Taylor. I love those women. And for me, Stephanie Lancaster is almost a modern day version of that type of woman. I mean, they're women to me that can drink whiskey with the guys, play pool with the guys, smoke with the guys, and look good in a dress, where they still have their femininity. So Emma Bell had that. And to me, like I said, Stephanie's a modern day version of Emma Bell.
Nice.
Yeah.
And you like this. You like this role.
I love it. You can tell.
I feel like you are really enjoying this. I could tell you're glowing just talking about this.
I really do
Was
love
this
her.
a dream role for you, would you say?
I think
One of the dream roles.
Well, it's funny. I think it was a dream role that I didn't know I had. It was like an answer to a dream that I didn't know I was having. I do feel like Jamie Giddens, who was the creator of this show, who went to Will.
Right.
Will had been looking to do a show like this, so he met with Jamie. And at the screening, Will said something so funny. He said Jamie was like truly a civilian but had loved Dynasty. He was a writer always, but had never like gotten a paycheck for writing. And Will said, I don't think this man knew where Hollywood was, which is great. So I really feel like I'm part of Jamie's dream come true, which is really a good feeling. But for me, it is too. I didn't even know, it's an answer to a wish I didn't even know I was having.
Right.
And even to be able to meet people like you and meet the world again at a place in my life where I am probably very comfortable in my own skin.
That's great.
It's a nice feeling.
It's liberating.
Yeah.
That you get to do what you want when you're happiest.
Yeah. And comfortable.
I don't think people realize how important it is to be comfortable because, man, when you're comfortable in your own skin,
it means a lot. And I don't know. I've only ever been a woman. I don't know if men feel this way, but I know certainly for me, I always say like, I'm a recovering perfectionist. I really wanted to try to do things right, and life's not about getting it right. I think sometimes it gets messy, and I know for me, it's nice to be in a place where I go, this is who I am. Like, I'm a work in progress forever.
When did you realize that? For people who are watching and, they want to feel that liberation. They want to feel that freedom, right? What point did you realize I'm good?
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm comfortable. This is who I am. Do you remember that?
No, that's a good question. I think I'm not sure if it was ever really one moment, and I wish I could say it was, because if it wasn't, or if I could put it in a bottle, I would give it to every teenage girl out there or girl in their 20s. I would just pass it out or sprinkle them with the dust of it all. But I guess everybody has their own journey for what gets them to that. Yeah. I know for me, my children were a really big part of my healing and my comfort.
Wow.
So, but then also even coming back here and doing this, it's like almost every day you have to wake up and be courageous. You know what I'm saying? Yes. And being a mother has been one of the best roles of my life, quite honestly. So, but I think there was a time when I was kind of hiding behind the cloak of motherhood. It's like I was, having my kids as the project. Right. And then you have to have the courage to make yourself the project.
Ooh.
That takes courage. I thought
Yes.
right? I thought of something else not too long ago. Like when you're growing up and you hear mind your own business. Like you're on the playground and you mind your business, mind your business. And you think that's rude and that's obnoxious and don't dare say that to anyone.
Right.
And I personally think that's one of the best pieces of advice somebody can
Mind
give
your
you.
business.
And you know what? To mind your own business takes courage.
Right.
It's easy to tell somebody about themselves, but can you look at yourself and say, hey, what do I need to do to be the best person I can be?
Lots of reflection.
Man, I got wise in my age.
Listen, but
who knew?
But
it took so much.
It's so good though. It's important. It's important to grow.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that growing yourself has allowed you to play this role better than what you probably would have before?
I think so. I was actually talking to somebody and they said all of your scars and bruises and bumps and scratches helped you play her like a young woman. Wow. And I hadn't thought about that. So certainly I think I have a lot of stuff that I can then shade and color her with, right? Some experience. And then for me as an actress, the challenge was, even Jamie said he wrote her as an ice queen. And I didn't want her. I think we have such a way of labeling people.
Right.
And I wanted her to like not only come out of the box, but like kick her way out of the box, you know? And I wanted to give her a sense of humor. Right. I wanted people to have fun hating her.
Yes.
I wanted people to want to be her, even though they hated her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I always say, recently I've been saying, God, I wish I had a little bit of Cardi B in me. Like a little sprinkle. I've been wishing that. And now with Stephanie Lancaster, I almost feel like people want to have some Stephanie Lancaster.
Yes. And, the opening scene is, nice, hot, sexy bedroom, vibes. Does that ever get uncomfortable for you?
Yeah. Well, I know when I was watching,
we saw it in Boomerang too, but for you as an actress, is it...
You're kissing somebody you don't know. Maybe you like them, maybe you don't. Maybe you really like them, then that helps. It gets uncomfortable.
Really? So how do you... I don't know, zone that out.
It's almost like going to the doctor.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there are lighting guys there, and it's like, no, move your hand over there and make sure when you turn that way, you look towards the light.
Right.
And then you kind of forget.
Just keep going.
Yeah, you kind of keep going.
What's the best part about acting for you?
I think... Well, it's all challenging. I mean, I really like just bringing characters to life. Mm-hmm. I do. And you really get to safely experience things without it being you. Right? So that's nice.
When did you realize you wanted to act? Do you remember how old you were?
God, I think I was 10, 11, 12. I never thought of it as a career, I think I probably just came to terms with the fact that, this is what I'm going to do. This is who I am. This is what you do.
Right.
I mean, nobody in my family acted,
Right.
My family wanted a doctor. So it's like, where the hell did you come from?
Right.
And why didn't you just stay on track? Why? Trust me.
But it worked out.
Well, finally they're thinking that. My mom watched the show last night.
What did
I was
she
saying
think?
she's such a tough critic. She said, oh my God, it's so darn good. And I'll call you back after the commercial. So that's because your family's always going to tell you the truth.
Oh, yes, and it's harsh at times, but it's the truth.
Yeah, my son texts me, Mom, ambitions is fire. With 5 fire things. I was like, trust me, my son's going to tell me.
Is this the son who thinks you're a little goofy too?
Yes, he thinks I'm goofy, yes. So if he's saying it's fire, it's fire. Right, buddy? Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's got to be a moment for you.
Yeah.
I feel like being a mother is so important to you, but to hear that feedback from your family.
Yeah, well, they're going to tell you. I mean, they're going to tell you look good, you don't look good.
Do they want you on social media?
Oh, yeah, he tries to help.
I'm obsessed. This is so cute.
Isn't it cute?
It is. Really is. Are you checking your DMs?
I'm trying. Yeah, I've gotten some good DMs. I won't share.
Wow.
I'm sorry.
Good. It's that good.
I got one the other day that was like, seriously? Wow. And I had to try to go back to it. I was like, how do you get back to it? But you get some good ones there.
Yeah,
I didn't even know I should be checking these things. Who knew?
Yeah, it's a different world.
Anybody should reach out to you.
Yes, and anyone.
Trust me, anyone. Where you're like, really?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's nice. Life's exciting.
Yeah.
You're making me blush. My cheeks
are you in a relationship now?
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you definitely should enjoy it.
Yeah.
Enjoy social media.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Do you want to be in a relationship?
Oh, yes. Yes.
I never know. I'm always like, hey, some people just I'm past that, or
Oh no! How do you get past it if you're unless you're dead?
If we could put someone who's getting ready to DM you, like what are some characteristics that matter to you now? When it comes to a life partner.
Oh, a life. Well, I like fun. I like this.
Okay.
And I really need somebody that thinks I'm cute, not like this. I'm in my yoga gear. I don't have makeup on. I want somebody that gets me, that thinks whatever this is cute.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
The silliness, everything.
Yeah, I'm a little silly.
Without the makeup, without the whole...
But I think every woman wants
Absolutely.
that, right?
Someone who really knows you and loves you and just takes you for who you are.
Yeah.
And not judgmental.
Kind.
Kind.
I mean, I think I have a better sense of what a gentleman is. You know what I mean?
Right.
A man that is secure enough in his own skin.
Absolutely.
To be gentle, strong enough to be gentle.
Some advice for the ladies out there. So do you think if you're asked out on a date that you should pay half on a meal?
Well, I guess everybody, it's a different time, right?
Right.
Like, I think if a man asks you out, he should pay for dinner.
I agree with you.
So I mean, I didn't
Like,
even
if you're
I didn't
getting
think twice
asked
about
out,
that one.
right.
I really do believe that.
Right.
And I think that, sorry, you made me laugh and then my eyes watered. But I think that there are times when you go out to dinner, even if he asks you out,
Right.
you can slip away and say, I'm going to go to the,
Yeah.
I'll return, go to the restaurant, and you take care of the check and you come back and.
Right. But
And it's been
maybe
taken
not the
care
first
of.
date right away.
Oh, heck no. No,
Yeah.
not the first date. But I mean, there are different ways of doing it.
Right.
I don't think like half is very sexy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes.
not to me.
Right. Well,
You know?
exactly.
So-
I agree. I think whoever's asking that person out on the first date should be
take
the
care
one
of
who
it.
takes care of it.
Yeah.
You're the one.
Yeah, that's
you picked me or whoever. So
Yeah.
I do think so. Would you meet someone that you met online? Like, are you open to?
Oh no. Oh, I don't think so. No, I
love you so
I don't think so. I think people could be a little crazy.
Well, then why they're your trash can? Yes, they're crazy.
And I think if people were just honest about their crazy, like, this is my crazy, tell me you're crazy, and let's see if it works.
Yes.
I think if they were honest.
Right.
And I know people that have married people, right?
Right.
But I don't think I could do that.
Okay.
I think you should, like, meet at work or through a
Meet
friend.
through a friend.
Something,
Okay. Are you open to dating someone who has kids from a previous relationship?
Oh, well, absolutely.
Okay,
Yeah.
of course.
Yeah, because, I mean, I have kids, so, and the men, they could be kids and grown-up kids,
Right, exactly. Life,
or even
right.
younger kids. But yeah.
Okay, so you're open to that. Do you prefer them not in the industry?
I would probably say yes.
Got it.
But I get that when you're working, these are the
What are
people
you
you're
supposed to
around
do?
all the time,
Yeah.
But I would be inclined to go outside of the industry, just
Yeah.
to take a little break, right?
Yeah.
I want to
mean,
be
it's
the
exhausting.
crazy, weird one in the house. If there are two of us, we're in trouble in my house. If there's somebody else like me.
When you date someone, is your family involved? Or they're like, no, Robin, get out. We don't like this.
I don't think. Well, no, there is somebody. My younger son that I was like a few years. He was like, he didn't like him, and I can tell, which makes things difficult, right?
It does, of course.
And not that I even started dating him so much, but it was like he wanted to make sure it didn't start.
Yeah. This is great.
So I think your kids, right? But now my kids are kind of older.
Right.
And I have a sense that's even changed. They kind of just want me to be happy. I definitely think they have an opinion.
Yeah.
But yeah.
That's so sweet, though.
They're good.
Oh, I love it. I was so excited to talk to you just because we've seen you over the years. And I've always felt like we never really ever heard from you.
Right.
And do you feel like now you're comfortable to share that with everyone?
I think so.
Good.
Yeah, I think it was strange just being young in the business and then going through something explosive in my life, and you're kind of painted a certain way that had nothing to do with who I was, and kind of scared the heck out of me.
Right.
And then you do get careful. I never thought of it that way, but you do get a little apprehensive about sharing yourself.
Yes.
But I feel pretty okay now, and I feel, like lots of love, actually.
Good.
And I'm not too, scared to say or too proud to say that feels good to me.
Yeah.
I have to say feeling the love has felt really nice.
It's beautiful.
To me. Yeah.
I want everyone to feel that.
Yeah.
Like when you finally reach that in life, because I remember a time I didn't feel that about myself. I want everyone to feel that.
Yeah.
Everyone deserves to feel
Yeah.
love. Everyone
Yeah.
deserves that happiness and
Yeah.
and joy.
Yeah.
What would you say has been the biggest misconception about you?
Oh, so many. I mean, I think I've played characters and people think I'm that person. And I want to say, like,
You're acting?
I'm an actress.
Right.
You know? I mean, like it said, Stephanie Carlisle, who I love, Stephanie Carlisle Lancaster.
Right.
I love and adore her. I am nothing like her, you know? And I think, you know, once I found her,
Right.
now I can just do her like this, you know, like,
Right.
nope. But I think even the crew is like, oh my God, you know, and I have a certain pop around, and then you become Stephanie, who's far more
Yeah,
sophisticated
because you're
than I am.
you're so fun. Like even
Yeah.
you just coming in here, you're just, you know, so
Yeah.
much energy, happy, nice.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah, simple, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I don't get it, but I understand things have happened. Plus, there was no social media back in the day.
Well, that's what I said.
Right?
Oh my God. So we were talking about social media, and I was thinking this. I was talking with Wendy like months ago, and I was like, social media, I actually see the positive sense. So,
Right.
you know, if you're a young person going up against machines, there's nothing you can really,
Right.
you don't have a voice.
Right.
And with that little phone and tweeting and Instagramming and live stuff.
Right.
Oh, it's so cool.
Right.
You know, you can really share yourself. You get to
Right.
say, no, that's not true.
Right.
I tweet with one thumb. That's not
That's not true.
that's not true.
Right.
You know?
And I feel-
and that's so cool.
I think that's important. I'm glad you said that because I felt, you know, just me, regular outsider. I just felt like we never heard from you.
Right.
And I'm glad that you're feeling good, comfortable, and you have the connection now. Social media allows
Right.
you to, hey, no, this is it. This is not true. I loved the stuff that you addressed with Watch What Happens Live. I mean, dressing, you know, those you've dated or what not,
Right.
Howard Stern, and talking about Brad Pitt and all that. Do you feel free now?
I think so. They're
do you
throwing me
feel-
in the deep end of the
Yeah,
pool.
I
aren't
mean,
they?
that was-
Jeez, I was like, God.
But you know what? To be fair, I think it was nice to hear your
That's
side.
what I've heard.
Do you get
So-
what I'm
yeah,
saying?
well, you know what? It's so funny. Like at the hotel or in the
Right.
street, like people keep referring to that interview,
Right.
and now I'm just like, okay, well, all right, you know.
I think, believe it or not, I think people wanted to hear from you.
Yeah.
And now hearing it from you is like, oh, that's not that big of a deal. Right?
I mean, it really wasn't.
Right.
Like, yeah.
I didn't know that. I was
No.
like, oh,
Right.
she didn't cheat. Like there were so many
Yeah.
things that I got cleared up hearing that from you.
Oh, I know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Like we believed something for so
Yeah,
long, and I
yeah.
was like, "Oh my God, I felt stupid,
Right,
Because I know better than to
Right.
just believe, you know, tabloids or
Right,
whatever it
right,
is."
right.
But when you're coming up, when I was coming up, especially there was no social media at that time,
I
so
think-
you believed the covers.
Yeah. Well, and I think if you're, you know, we're kind of in that business too,
Right.
right? And we know, like, if you say things enough, people just don't think on their own. They just
Yeah.
kind of, we're in the, you know, you hear Cheerios commercial enough, you want some
It's
Cheerios.
dangerous, man.
Yeah.
What do you want people to know about you?
Oh, I'm a simple person. I mean, I'm a, you know, I always say I'm a recovering perfectionist. Like I said,
Right.
I love acting. I'm a mom. I believe joy lies in simplicity. I've told my kids, I'm never going to be perfect, but I think even the difficult times have made me hopefully a compassionate person, an understanding person, a loving person. If I can at all help anybody, that went through what I went through, it kind of gives purpose to what I went through. I'm just out here trying to be the best person I can be.
Explain clearly, like, just what that work is and why that's important to you. Because I was reading about the advocate and the activism work that you've done against domestic violence, you know, and the work that you do. Why is that important to you? And what is the work, and can people help join you?
I used to do a lot of speaking, and I didn't plan to speak. It kind of grew. It started with me sort of visiting shelters and talking to women in group, things like that. And next thing I know, I was like talking to like 50 women, then 100 women, then 300 women, and it really helped me with my own healing, because I found that the more I talked to people, I realized I wasn't alone, which kind of made me feel better.
Right.
And I think sometimes we can be in situations, not only me, everyone, and with different details,
Sure.
but you kind of feel like it's only you.
Yeah.
And when you, even with a girlfriend, you start sharing things, and then you're
Right.
like, oh, somebody else feels that way too.
Right.
And you feel better. But I think women we're on a journey.
Right.
You know, there's the Me Too movement.
Right.
I was talking with an editor not too long ago. I wrote a book. I was thinking about writing another one. And he was like, you were really kind of ground zero of the Me Too movement, you know? And there's a little bit of an association, I think, between domestic violence and just violence in the workplace or
right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So women are on a journey,
right.
I think. And I'm happy to have been part of that journey at all,
right.
you know,
it came
and
with
getting
a lot,
us to a better
though.
place.
It came with a lot.
Yeah.
It came with a lot because, you know, people, you know, however way they felt about you, that's a lot to take in. You know, how were you able to nurture yourself? You know, for someone who's watching who wants to, you know, do something about what they've been through, but they're scared of the backlash. They're scared of what people might say about them.
Yeah, I think we all have to try to be strong, you know, and we have to try to do what's good for us in our hearts and what's true for us. I mean, I didn't plan to do anything great. I was probably not so wise. I just was trying to do the best I could do. But here it's, you know, it was a very long time for me. I just, it's important for me to put some perspective on it in terms of time. You know, I've got a 25-year-old son who's 3 years older than I was at the time. You know, I was 22 years old.
When you put it like that.
So I was I was a young woman. I mean, I'm sure I thought I was
of course, we all did. Are you kidding?
But it was really when I tell people, it's not that I don't mind talking about it, but it was truly a lifetime ago, you know, and I can see it when I see my big hairy son, you know. So it was a long time ago. So I've done a lot of growing, and it's just something that's very much in the past for me, you know. Hopefully it does, like you say, help me be able to better equip myself for even being a better person, but even a better actress, you know.
Right, because you're able to channel all of these emotions.
I hope, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Listen, we are enjoying you on this journey. Yeah. I'm so happy for you.
Thank you.
I'm excited to see your excitement.
Yeah.
And the joy that you got.
Yeah.
This is everything.
It's great. I mean, I think there's no accident to be on OWN. You know, to have started. It was a big job for me when I got Women of Brewster Place with Oprah Winfrey back in the day, and Cicely Tyson was my mom.
Oh my God, don't even get me started.
And we'd sit around the set and talk and chat, and Oprah and I would talk about all sorts of things. To now circle back after everything you've talked about, and end up on her network at this time in my life, a network that is her network, run by so many different women, just smart women that just want to empower other women. I think that's no accident that it's almost like I feel I went through all of that to prepare me to be one of those women, just to help represent the network. And that makes me feel good.
I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Have you talked to Oprah?
Yeah, we've chatted a little bit about the show. We did a thing together. So
good.
So
enjoy this.
Yeah.
Enjoy this moment.
Thank you.
I'm really, really happy for you.
Thank you.
This glow right here, y'all. This is everything.
I hope so.
Yes. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Of course.